Welcome to the Directors Club podcast, your go-to resource for child care center owners and directors seeking success at their centers. Each week, we dive into the world of child care management, sharing valuable tips, tools, resources, and strategies to help you build enrollment, retain top teachers, and streamline your operations. With a casual and lighthearted approach, we tackle the challenges you face from staffing and enrollment to business skills and time management. Join us as we unlock the secrets to creating a thriving child care center. Let's laugh, learn, and grow together. This is the Directors Club podcast. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of the Directors Club. Today, I'm going to be tackling a topic that I know many of you can relate to, managing administrative tasks at your center. So if you're a center director, you know that juggling all the paperwork, scheduling, communication, everything else can feel really overwhelming, especially when you don't have a dedicated administrative team to support you. But don't worry, today I'm going to help you go into some practical strategies that will help you streamline these tasks and boost your efficiency so you can spend more time focusing on what really matters, providing high quality early education and care at your center. Whether you're just starting out or you've been running your center for years, these tips will help you take control of your workload and reduce the feeling of being constantly overwhelmed or even behind, right? Sometimes you feel so behind with all the things we have to do. So let's jump in and explore how you can manage these admin topics solo without feeling so overwhelmed. First, let's talk about the challenges that come with handling administrative tasks on your own. As a director, you're responsible for a lot. Everything from managing the enrollment, maintaining compliance with state regulations, to handling payroll and communicating with everyone in your community. And without a dedicated admin team, it does feel like you're constantly putting out fires and never really getting ahead. The paperwork can pile up, emails go unanswered. By the end of the day, you're left wondering where all your time went. Another challenge is time management. When you're pulled in so many different directions, it can be difficult to prioritize tasks effectively. And you find that you might be spending way too much time on admin work, leaving little time for interacting with the staff, engaging with the parents, or focusing on the kids' needs. And let's not forget about that emotional toll. It's easy to feel isolated or overwhelmed when you're handling everything on your own. So you might start to doubt your own abilities or feel like you're not doing enough, which can lead to burnout if you're not careful. But here's the good news. With some good strategies and tools, you can manage these tasks efficiently and reduce that feeling of overwhelm. So if you've been thinking about relooking at how you're doing things, or just want to reevaluate what's going on to save you a little bit of time, let's dive into some practical tips to help you do just that. Now that we've identified all these challenges, and girl, I know you know what they are, let's talk about some practical strategies for managing your administrative tasks more efficiently. First up is organization is key. One of the best ways to streamline your admin tasks is to get and stay organized. This might mean setting up a file system, either digital or physical, that works for you. Creating templates for repetitive tasks that you do, like billing or communication, or using some type of project management tool, and we'll get into that in a little bit, to keep track of deadlines and tasks. For example, if you're dealing with a lot of paperwork, think about different ways you can go digital. Some states are allowing digital records now, and so you could consider getting a software program. We're using Playground, and I can put in a link to, you can check that out. We're loving it in the show notes. I know that there's like ProCare and all the things, but you could try out some of these different apps and start storing things digitally and get them, the paperwork out of your office, and the need to file. Like literally, I feel like with 134 kids at my center, the filing time when we went digital just got us back so much more time in the office. And it also, besides the time, it saves space and also makes it super easy to find things, because now I can just go to a child's name on Playground and I end up getting to all their paperwork, which is perfect. All right, the next and one of my favorite topics is about time blocking. Time blocking is a productive technique where you allocate specific blocks of time to different tasks throughout your day. So, for instance, you might set aside an hour in the morning to handle like maybe some admin tasks, like your emails, like once a day you're checking emails. You could also schedule an hour in the afternoon to do maybe your billing or your payroll, and then just continuously book time on your calendar. You can't just put these things on a list, a to-do list, that you need to do all those things. You need to book time on your calendar on the day that you work, 8 to 5 if you work. What times can you block out in the morning and what times can you block out in the afternoon? That's like the least impactful to the business, right? You're not going to block yourself off during drop off or during like crazy pickup times, but there are times throughout the day that I know that you can block off like an hour. And the key here is to stick to your schedule as much as possible. When you know you only have a limited time to complete a task, you are more likely to focus and get it done efficiently. It also helps prevent tasks from bleeding into each other, which can lead to a feeling of constant busyness without much progress. Another great tip is to automate where you can. Automation can be a game changer when you're managing admin tasks solely. Look for tools that you can do things repetitively. Can you get QuickBooks and have it automatically invoice people and send it out? It does all those things. Then you can look at these different tools for handling like payroll. Like consider using a time clock that can automatically calculate all the salaries and generate the payroll. Speaking of tools, let's not forget the importance of leveraging technology. So there are so many apps and software options designed specifically for the childcare centers. For instance, tools like we just talked about, Playground or Brightwheel, offer comprehensive solutions for managing attendance, billing, communication, and even classroom activities, all from one single platform. And so when we centralize these tasks into one place, you can save so much time and reduce the chances of anything slipping through the cracks. And finally, don't be afraid to delegate where possible. Even if you're the only one handling the admin tasks, there might be opportunities to delegate some responsibilities to trusted staff. For example, I know a center that used a lead teacher during rest time where she was responsible for supply orders throughout the center. Or I know another center that brought in to the office another assistant who was assistant teacher who was really good at technology, and she was provided the content of the weekly email and she designed it and scheduled it during rest time. So think of ways that you can use technology and the rest time period of some of the staff where they could be in the classroom still, but maybe give them a laptop or an iPad where they could get some of these tasks done for you while still supervising the children properly. The key to ensure is that everyone knows their role and has those tools that they need to succeed. So let's dive a little bit deeper into some specific tools that I like and techniques that can help you manage your admin tasks more efficiently. First, let's talk about project management tools. If you're not already using one, a project management tool can be a lifesaver, just a way to keep your to-do list in order. People use things like Trello or Monday.com. Allow you to create boards or lists of different tasks and projects that you have going on, setting deadlines and assigning tasks to others if you have a team that allows you as the leader to track the progress. We use Milanote. It's MILA Note, NOTE.com. And we create boards and lists for projects, ideas, you name it. It's all in there. And that way you don't have to constantly look at what is going on and ask people, because you'll know it's all in there. And the thing that I love about these online tools is that they have templates, so you're not recreating the wheel every time you get in there. And another little quick tip on getting onto these project management tools is YouTube. Go to YouTube and then look up videos. How do I use Monday.com? How do I use Milanote? And watch different tools that they have on there that you can see a video, and it literally will fast track you getting this set up for yourself. Another example is you could create a board on one of these platforms specifically for enrollment management with lists of each stage that's in process, like when someone is coming for a tour, when you sent paperwork out, or if they're on your wait list. I know that inside Playground, we're able to do that, which I love. This way you can easily see where each family is in the process and what needs to be done. Next, look at an email management system. Email can be one of the biggest time suckers if not managed properly. One technique that can help is the inbox zero approach. Go look that up. That's where you aim to keep your inbox as close to empty as possible, if you can believe it. This doesn't mean you're responding to every email immediately. Instead, it means you're processing your emails quickly and efficiently, either by responding, delegating, filing, or deleting. I like the deleting. That means it's getting done. So that is one technique that I know helps if you have thousands of emails in your inbox. You might also consider setting up email templates, and this is something that we do at the Directors Club. So for common responses such as inquiries about enrollment, questions about billing, staff communications, all the different things you can think of, like even check-ins, you can write out what you want to write in a Word document or a Google Doc and save the response and then title it email responses. And then when you have emails, you can just go in there and cut and paste so that you don't have to keep retyping everything. Let's talk again. So lastly, let's talk about self-care as a tool for efficiency. It might sound counterintuitive, but taking time for yourself is crucial when you're handling so many responsibilities. Taking time for yourself is crucial when you're handling so many responsibilities. So when you're well-rested and mentally sharp, you're more likely to work efficiently and make better decisions. So make sure you're setting aside time each day, even just a few minutes, for activities that recharge you, whether that's a walk outside, quick meditation, or simply enjoying a cup of coffee without distractions. Sneak out of the center when you can and rejuvenate yourself during the day. All right, so how do all these tips and tools come together to create a sustainable workflow that works for you? The first step is to create a routine. A daily routine helps you build consistency into your day, which can reduce stress and make it easier to manage your tasks. Start by setting aside specific times each day for your most important tasks, whether that's handling email, processing payroll, filing, updating enrollment records. Then build the rest of your day around those tasks. It's also important to review and adjust your workflow regularly. What works today might not work well next month, especially if your center is growing or if your new challenges arise. Take some time at the end of each week to review your progress and identify any bottlenecks and adjust your routine as necessary. And remember, flexibility is key. While it's important to have a routine, it's equally important to stay flexible and adaptable. In a childcare center, no 2 days are the same, as we know, and sometimes unexpected challenges will arise. When that happens, don't be afraid to adjust your schedule, delegate tasks, or even push less urgent work to the next day. Finally, celebrate your success. Managing administration tasks solo or with a small team is no small feat, and it's important to recognize your hard work, whether it's reaching a milestone in enrollment, successfully implementing a new tool that you're going to try, or simply making through a particularly challenging week. Take a moment to celebrate your achievements. This not only boosts your morale, but also motivates you to keep pushing forward. All right, so let's recap. We started by identifying challenges of managing administrative tasks, then explored some practical strategies for streamlining these tasks, including getting organized, time blocking, and leveraging technology. We also discussed the importance of creating a sustainable workflow that allows for both consistency and flexibility. So as you reflect on today's episode, I want to encourage you to think about your own administrative workload. Are there areas where you think you could be more organized? Could you benefit from using some of these tools or techniques we discussed today? Take some time to identify 1 or 2 areas where you can make improvements and start implementing these changes this week. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with this thought. You're doing important work, and managing it all on your own is no easy task. But with these strategies and tools, you can streamline your operations, boost your efficiency, and reclaim your time. You've got this. Thank you for joining me today. If you found this episode helpful, please share it with someone else that might benefit from it. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss our next episode. Also, head to the show notes and I have links to all the technology resources I use so you can see if you like them too. Thanks for listening, and I look forward to connecting with you soon. Bye, everybody.